Hi everyone, the first unit that we're looking at is the skeletal system, and the first thing that you need to know is about the 6 functions or roles of the skeletal system. You can see them listed below, and we're going to go through each one, and it's important that not only you know the 6 functions, but you can also link and give examples to sport. So the first function is the protection of vital organs. So the skeletal system helps to protect vital organs. So if we think about certain bones of the body, and in particular flat bones, which we're going to learn about later, the cranium, for example, is a flat bone in the body that protects your brain. So if you were to go into a tackle in rugby, or if you were to head the ball in football, the cranium helps to protect your brain from becoming injured. The second function of the skeletal system is posture. Posture refers to the position in which we hold our body when we are standing or sitting. Our skeleton helps us to apply the right posture when participating in sport. For example, a volleyball player must be able to show good posture in order to jump up effectively and serve the ball. The third function is movement, and this relates to the joints. The joints is where movement takes place. So for example, your knee is an example of a hinge joint. Again, we'll learn about joints later on, but this hinge joint of the knee allows you to kick a ball in football. The fourth function is mineral storage. So in particular, the minerals of calcium and phosphorus are stored within the skeletal system. Both of these minerals, calcium and phosphorus, help to keep your bones healthy. This means that if you are playing a contact sport, such as boxing, for example, you're less likely to fracture a bone or become injured if you've got stores of calcium and phosphorus available. The fifth function is blood cell production. So the skeletal system helps to produce both red and white blood cells. Red blood cells are really important for carrying oxygen around the body. So particularly in long distance endurance events such as a marathon, red blood cells are important for getting oxygen to your muscles so that you have got enough energy throughout a race. White blood cells are needed to fight off infections. So if your skeletal system is able to produce white blood cells, it means that you can remain healthy, fight off illnesses and infections, and you can keep playing sport without having to take a break. The final function of the skeletal system is support. So it allows your body to be upright and to be in the right position to take part in sport or to perform sporting actions. So for example, taking a shot in basketball, you need to have good posture and to be able to support your body weight in order to take a shot accurately. There are a number of bones of the body which you need to know for your exam, and these are shown here and on the front of the skeleton diagram and the diagram showing the back of the skeleton. So it will take a bit of revision and learning to understand and know each of these bones, but you should also know the location. So if you hear the word cranium or see the word cranium, we should know straight away that we're referring to the skull. The humerus, for example, is the upper arm, but clavicle is the collarbone. So it will take a bit of revision and going over, but we do need to know all of these bones. Further to that, try to think about what the function of each of these bones are. How do they cover one of those functions of the skeletal system? So lots of the bones, so all of the bones, will be involved in blood cell production and mineral storage, but then other bones have more of a specific function, such as the cranium, for example, protects the brain, so it's really important for that function of protection. The ribs protect the heart and the lungs, so again, it's really important for protection and covering that function. The bones which make up a joint, so the patella, for example, makes up part of the knee joint. Joints are really useful for movement. So the patella covers that function of movement. Other bones might be important for support and for posture. So if we think in particular, the sternum is our chest bone. It's quite a long bone running down the front of our bodies. Without that bone, we wouldn't be able to have the posture required for many sports. So we think about jumping up to head a ball in football and being very upright, then the sternum is very important for allowing that posture and that support.